And a good afternoon to you, Pacer Nation, and what a surprise it is having baseball on this Thursday afternoon. This game was supposed to be tomorrow, but we've moved everything up a day to prepare for possible weather problems that could be occurring this weekend. Just to be on the safe side and all, want to make sure we get this three-game series in. USC Aiken Pacers about to take on Shepherd. Pacers coming into today's game with a 2-1 record, just beating Lincoln Memorial in a three-game series. And they will now take on the 0-3 Shepherd University. Shepherd coming off of a tough three-game set against UNC Pembroke, who at the time was ranked number 21 in the nation. Not an easy opponent for your first matchup, but as they sometimes say, that makes everybody else seem a little bit easier. Christian Aragon on the mound for USC Aiken. Aragon has already had one start. He came away with no decision, but with a 2.7 ERA in 3.1 innings pitched. Not too bad. He's managed one strikeout on the year, one walk, one run, and that run was an earned run. A lot of ones across the board. We'll see how he does in his second start of the year. Go ahead and give you the rest of the Pacer defense while we have the chance. Again, Christian Aragon on the mound. Blake Bottomley, the catcher. Brian Pereira is over at first base. Over at second base for USC Aiken, we have Philip Watcher, and his partner is Chandler Rogers. And Dalton Weeks finishes off the infield at third base as usual. In the outfield, Joey Smithers again getting the start in left field. Jose Bonilla patrols center, and Niall Goings over in right field. And calling the action today, myself, Marcus Johnson, going solo as usual. Probably be doing that quite a lot this month with all the different home events. The staff is stretched pretty thin, but we're doing what we can to get you all the Pacer sports you love. And to lead off the game, Brenton Doyle. Doyle's ready. Aragon is ready. First pitch is on its way, and it's fouled off for strike one. Doyle batting .267 on the year. He's had 15 at-bats and has managed 4 hits. Not too bad to start off. 2 RBIs as well. No home runs, however. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Just getting a piece of that one to stay alive as Doyle. And again, the 0-2. This is outside with an off-speeder. Looked like a curveball that didn't want to curve. And now the 1-2. Shot to second. Stopped. There will be no throw to first, however, as Watcher was unable to corral the ball in time. So it'll be a leadoff hit for Doyle to get things going for Shepherd.
Number 4, Nick Atkinson.
Brings up Nick Atkinson, the right fielder. Atkinson, 2 for 12 to start off the year with a 167 average. No home runs, no RBIs. And he offers at the first pitch, misses for strike one. The 0-1, show a bunt. Bunted down the first base side, a good bunt. Let's see if somebody can get over to cover the bag, and nobody could get over there to cover it in time. Both Watcher and Aragon unable to make it there in time. And it will be a base hit for Nick Atkinson, and they're runners on first and second with nobody out here in the first. Pacers finding themselves in trouble early. However, a well-placed ground ball could change that very quickly, as there are 2 on and nobody out. New batter is Justin Smith, and he lets the first pitch go by for strike 1. Smith, the first baseman, one of the top hitters for Shepherd, with a batting line of 700 average, 750 on base percentage, a 1.1, a 1,100 slugging percentage is pretty good, and is 7 for 10 on the season. That pitch misses inside, 1-1. So needless to say, Smith is seeing the ball pretty well out there in this young season. The 1-1. It's a hopper up the middle. Flip to second for 1. The throw to first is in there for the double play, and that's what I was talking about, the well-placed ground ball to get the double play. And the threat has been shrunken down to just 1 runner on third base with 2 outs. The routine 6-4-3 double play. And that will bring up the catcher, Christian Hamill. Hamill with a batting average even at 300. 3 for 10 on the year. 1 RBI to his name as well. First pitch in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Low and away, 1-1. In the dirt. Blocked by Bottomley, however. And I'll keep the runner right where he is at third. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner on third. And that one fouled straight back. Evens things up at 2-2. In the dirt again, Bottomley right there for it, however, full count. And the payoff. Fouled off. Do it over again. And again the 3-2. Right down the middle for a call, strike 3. And Aragon works his way out of it. No score, top of the first inning concludes, bottom of the first on its way with the Pacers due up. the bottom of the first inning about to get underway. No score yet between Shepherd and USC Aiken. Jose Bonilla to lead things off. Went 3 for 13 in the opening series, good for a .231 average. Has 2 RBIs, however. That came back in the opening game where he had the walk-off single against Lincoln Memorial. He will dig in to face off the starting pitcher, Adam Miller. 0-1 record in his one start. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1. Well hit. Out there into right center field. That one's going back, and it's going to be off the track and off the wall. Bonilla rounding for second. He will make it in there with a stand-up leadoff double to get the Pacers started.
The left fielder, number 9, Joey Smithers.
So Joey Smithers digs in. Runner on second with nobody out. And we'll have a momentary break in the action. Go ahead and tell you the starters for Shepherd. The starter, Adam Miller, starting pitcher on the mound. Christian Hamill is the catcher. Justin Smith over at first base. Your second baseman is Eric Sloper. Shortstop, Trenton Bergreen. And the third baseman, Chase Hoffman, to finish the infield. Outfield, Nick Atkinson in right field. Brenton Doyle in center. And the left fielder is Reed Ensminger. And the first pitch to Smithers, right there down the middle for strike one. Smithers off to a great start to the season, 6 for 11 in the opening series for a .545 average. 1 home run and 3 RBIs. The 0-1. That's a hopper to short. Bobbled a little bit, and that will let Smithers reach safely on first base. That'll be marked an E6 in your score sheet as Bergreen couldn't handle it. Bonilla stayed put right where he was on second base, so his runners on first and second as Dalton Weeks steps in. Weeks starting out the season 2 for 11. Has 1 home run with 3 RBIs, however. Curveball finds the zone for strike one. The 0-1. Low and away. Weeks lays off 1-1. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dalton Weeks. Low and away, ball gets away, and both Smithers and Bonilla advance 1 bag. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners now on second and third with nobody out. Pacers with a chance to strike early here in the bottom of the first. That one low, full count. Hopper down the third base side, stopped, keeps the runners right where they are. Throw to first is not going to be in time. Ball gets away. Bonilla heading for home, and Smithers heading in for third. It's going to be a run for the Pacers. On the error, I'm not sure who gets called on the error there, whether it be the third baseman or the first baseman. That will be credited as a hit to Dalton Weeks. We're waiting on the official scoring for everything else. So hitting an error of the official scorings. Pacers leading now 1-0. And Brian Pereira digs in with runners on the corners, still nobody out. That one is a high fly ball into deep right field, going back on the track at the wall, leaping, and it's gone! A home run for Brian Pereira, and the Pacers now lead it by a score of 4-0. Brian Pereira just hit his first home run of the season, giving the Pacers an early 4-0 lead here in the first inning. Still nobody out.
Number 30, Connor Durden.
And now Connor Durden, who is no stranger to the home run himself, has already hit 2 on the year. Steps up, 3 RBIs to go along with the .375 batting average, and that first pitch misses for ball 1. This is outside, 2-0. That one is popped up on the left side, foul territory. And making the catch is Bergreen for the first out.
Right fielder number 34, Niall Goings.
Brings up Niall Goings. Goings managed to go 1 for 10 in the opening series, but that one was a nice double, and he drove in a run as well. So he has 1 RBI on the year. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and he hits one out into dead center field. Doyle is right there for it, and he will make the catch for the second out.
Second baseman number 1, Phil Watcher.
Brings up Philip Watcher, the second baseman. Watcher still looking for his first hit of the year. Does have a run scored, however. Two down and nobody out. And the first pitch is hit out into right field as well. Same spot as Pereira. That one's also going to be gone. Swings at the first pitch and hits a home run. That's a good first hit for the season, and the Pacers now lead it 5-0. Well, if you want to break out of a slump, a home run is a great way to do it. And that will bring up the catcher, Blake Bottomley. who is also looking for his first hit of the year. Bottomley, he's only had 5 at-bats, however. He's been hit by the pitch twice. That's prevented him from getting a couple opportunities to swing away. First pitch in there for strike 1, however. The 0-1. Hit in the air, foul territory, and out of play. The 0-2. Slow ground ball, picked up by Miller, who just flips it to first for the third and final out, and that will do it in the bottom of the first. But both Pereira and Watcher go deep with home runs, their first of the season, and give the Pacers a 5-0 lead as we go into the top of the second. And we enter the top of the second inning. Pacers with an early 5-0 lead after that 5-run bottom of the first. Chase Hoffman will lead things off for Shepard, trying to chip away at that lead. And he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Hoffman managed to go 1 for 12 in the opening series. Does have an RBI, though. The 0-1. This is high for a ball. 1-1. Another fastball misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one, well hit into left field. Smithers coming on, and he can't make the one hopper. And it's going to be a base hit for Chase Hoffman. Tried to scoop it up on one hop. Ball went in and out of the glove on the ensuing hop. Daniel Helene comes up to bat now with one on. High fly ball. Right center field. Al Goings is there, and he makes the catch for the first out.
The left fielder, number 8, Reed Ensminger.
And Reed Ensminger comes up to bat now with one on and one out in the top of the second. And he lines the first pitch fair down the third base side. That's going to go all the way into the corner and be extra bases. Ensminger hustles into second base while Hoffman makes it to third. And it's a one-out double for Ensminger, and there are runners on second and third with one out.
Shortstop, number 9, Trenton Bergreen.
Trenton Bergreen comes up to bat. Again, runners on second and third. Bergreen starting off the season well. 3 for 7 in the opening series for a .429 average. And he watches the fastball go right down the middle for strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Misses outside with that fastball, trying to get him to chase 1-2. That's going to be a base hit into left field. One run will score. Ensminger holds at third. It's an RBI single for Bergreen. And Shepard gets on the board with their first run.
Second baseman, number 3, Eric Sloper.
The runners on the corners with one out. Number 9 hitter Eric Sloper comes up to bat. Sloper also had a good opening series. 4 for 11, good for a .364 average. Also 1 home run and 2 RBIs. Check throw over to first from Arion. Runner goes from first, show a bunt. And I'm not sure if that was bunted foul or if it just got away, and it looks like it just got away, so give a stolen base to Trenton Bergreen. Now runners on second and third with one out. And that is a hopper up the middle. Can't be handled, and it goes into center field. 1 run scores. The other run coming home, he will score. And they should mark this as a hit. We'll see what they do. If it's a hit, it's an RBI single. If not, 2-run score anyway, and it's a 5-3 ball game. And they are marking it a hit, so 2 RBIs on the single for Eric Sloper. And Shepard gets right back in this as we get to the top of the order with Brenton Doyle, who singled his first time up. He hits one high into the air. In right center field, Bonilla tracks it down and makes the catch for the second out.
The right fielder, Nick Atkinson.
That will bring up Nick Atkinson, singled his first time up. He hits one out into left field. Smithers is there for the catch, and that will do it. But 3-run score as Shepard now trails the Pacers 5-3 as we go into the bottom of the second. And the bottom of the second inning ready to get underway with Chandler Rogers leading things off. Pacers up 5-3 on Shepard. Rogers starting off the season pretty well, 3 for 8 for a .375 average. And he lets the first pitch go by for strike one. Hit high into the air in left center field. Coming over and making the catch is Doyle for the first out.
The center fielder, Jose Bonilla.
Brings up Jose Bonilla. Bonilla doubled to lead off the game. Scored a run on an error for the first run for the Pacers. And the first pitch to Bonilla, show a bunt, pulled it back as the ball was at his feet. And it's 1-0. The 1-0. Ripped at first and grabbed in the air just before it hit the ground by Smith. And Bonilla down for a quick 2 outs. Joey Smithers comes up, reached on an error and scored a run. Out of that big bottom of the first inning. the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Misses outside, 1-1. Nice swing and a miss, got him going with a curveball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pops it up, shallow right field. Atkinson is there and makes the catch, and the Pacers go down in order, 1-2-3. Quick bottom of the second. They still lead Shepherd, however, by a score of 5-3 as we go into the top of the third. And we welcome you back to Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Marcus Johnson here bringing you the action as the Pacers take on Shepherd and lead them 5-3 as we start the top of the third inning with Justin Smith leading off. Grounded into a double play his first time up. And lets the first pitch go by for ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled off, 1-1. The 1-1 on its way. Fouled off the other way and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball. Second, Watcher has it. Throws it to first in time for the first out.
The catcher, number 18, Christian Hamill.
Brings up Christian Hamill. Struck out looking to end the first inning, his first time up. First pitch misses high for ball one. Misses low there, 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0. Popped up right side and out of play for strike one. Inside corner for a call strike, 2-2. Sent into the gap in right center field. That's going to be trouble as it heads to the wall. Catching up to it is Bonilla, and chugging into second base is Christian Hamill. It's a 1-out double for the Shepherd catcher.
The third baseman, Chase Hoffman.
So Chase Hoffman will come up now with a runner on second and 1 down. Hoffman singled and scored a run back in the second inning, his first time up. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a low pitch. 0-2. Another swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Bottomley fires it down to first to get the out for this second out.
The designated hitter, Daniel Helene.
Daniel Helene comes up, the DH. Flew out to right his first time up. Runner on second still with 2 outs. Aragon deals. First pitch outside for ball one. That one will find the zone, and it's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1, a hopper. Weeks has it, fires it to first, and that will do it. Shepherd leaves one man stranded as we go into the bottom of the third. Pacers still holding on to a 5-3 lead. And we enter the bottom of the third inning. Pacers up 5-3 on Shepherd. Dalton Weeks leading things off. Drove in a run and scored a run back in the first inning with a single. And he offers at the first pitch a slow curveball for strike one. Just brushes the outside corner for a call strike, 0-2. Curveball inside part of the plate for a call strike three. Weeks down, looking for the first out.
The first baseman, number 32, Brian Pereira.
Brings up Brian Pereira. 3-run home run back in the first inning. That's all he's managed today. And the first pitch missing for ball one, 1-0. Fouled off. Chasing after a fastball that was drifting away. And it's 1-1. Just catching a piece of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pereira. Curveball missing way outside, goes all the way to the backstop. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Hit out into center field. Doyle drifting over and making the catch for the second out.
The designated hitter, Connor Durden.
And Connor Durden digs in with 2 outs and nobody on. Flew out in foul territory his first time up. And he grounds one through the right side for a base hit. 2-out hit for Connor Durden, keeps the inning going and brings up Niall Goings.
The right fielder, Niall Goings.
Flew out to center field his last time up. Low and inside for ball 1 to Goings. And a check throw to first. Durden is yet to even attempt to steal a base. Usually plays catcher, not the most likely candidate. Another check throw to first, Durden back in time. This time the pitch finds the zone, curveball, 1-1. There's a ground ball to short, and it'll take it the easy way to second. For the third and final out, Pacers go down after only having 4 batters reach the plate, and we go into the top of the 4th inning, but not before thanking a couple sponsors, including the South Carolina Education Lottery. Remember, when you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. And Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality, so stop on in and tell them Pacers Sports sent you. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th inning in just a couple minutes. And we enter the top of the 4th inning. Reed Ensminger to lead off. Doubled and scored a run his first time up. Still facing Christian Aragon out there trying to work on his 4th inning. And he hits one into the air in center field. Bonilla doesn't have to move too much as he makes the catch for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Pitcher's best friend other than the double play.
The shortstop, Trenton Bergeen.
Trenton Bergeen comes up. Singled, drove in a run, stole a base, and scored a run, all back in the 2nd inning. So he was quite busy. And he lets the first pitch go by for strike 1. Check swing, fouls it off. So no balls and 2 strikes. 1 man down here for Bergeen. Just misses. And it is a 1-2 count. High fastball, also called a ball, and it's 2-2. In there for a call strike. Bottomley can't hold it, but he fires it down to first in time for the second out.
Second baseman, Eric Slupper.
So Eric Sloper comes up now, singled, drove in 2 runs with that, so 2 RBIs on the day for him. And the first pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Nobody on, and 2 out here in the 4th inning. This is with a high fastball, 2-0. Shot up the middle and through for a base hit.
Center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So a 2-out single for Sloper brings us back to the top of the order. And that's Brenton Doyle, who is 1 for 2 today with a single. Check throw to first, and they got him. A pickoff to end the inning, and we go into the bottom of the 4th. Pacers still up 5-3. And welcome back to Pacer Baseball. Marcus Johnson here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium as the Pacers lead Shepherd 5-3 as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning and Philip Watcher to lead off. Watcher homered back in the 1st inning, his first time up for his first hit of the year, and I'm certain that he would love to repeat. First pitch missed outside for ball 1, however. And he hits one high into the air into right center field. Not quite enough, however, as Doyle comes over and makes the catch for the first out.
The catcher, Blake Bottomley.
The catcher, Bottomley, comes up. Grounded out to end the 1st inning. His first time up. Check swing, they'll say he went as the pitch was outside. And it's strike 1. That comes in and hits him. And Bottomley heads on down to first base after getting hit by the pitch. He now leads the team with 3 hit by pitches. He was tied with Rogers and Smithers in that department. But now he holds the top spot for now. And that will bring up Chandler Rogers now with a man on first and 1 out. Rogers flew out his first time up. And he'll let the first pitch go by, low for ball 1. One 0 goes all the way to the backstop. And Bottomley will be able to make it to second base without any trouble. Score that a wild pitch for Miller. Two 2-0 count to Rogers with a runner now on second base. Still 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Pacers leading 5-3 against Shepherd. Check swing. And they're going to call that a ball. No appeal. In all honesty, I actually might have appealed. Thought the turn of the waist might have sent the bat around, but not to be the case. 3-0 the count. Let's see if they give Rogers the green light to swing away. Chances are no. As the 3-0 comes in. And misses low, and it's a good thing they didn't give him the green light. Ball 4. Rogers walks on 4 straight pitches to put runners on first and second.
The center fielder, Jose Bonilla.
And that will bring us back to the top of the order. Jose Bonilla doubled and scored a run back in the first, and he lined out to first. His second time up, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Again, 2 on and 1 out. Pacers still holding on to a 5-3 lead. Ball in the dirt. Blocked, and the runners do not advance as Hamill was able to keep it in front of them. And we're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Go ahead and thank another one of our sponsors, Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all your insurance needs, contact Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. And the Concierge Team, a real estate boutique. If you're ever in the need for a house in the Aiken area, contact Mike Stake at the Concierge Team. And we'll take a short little break while they convene on the mound and be right back in just a moment. That was a short break as the meeting concluded, I should say. We come back to Jose Bonilla at bat with 1 ball and no strikes. Shows bunt, doesn't pull it back as the pitch was right down the middle anyway. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. Low and inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Three one on its way. High and away for ball 4, and Bonilla will take the free pass to first to load the bases.
Left fielder, Joey Smithers.
Brings up Joey Smithers. 0 for 2 today, reached on an error, scored a run, and flew out his last time up. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pacers trying to get back a few runs on their lead. As they were up 5-0, they now lead at 5-3. But this is as good a chance as any to extend that lead a little bit more. And Smithers lets that one come inside and almost hit him. And it's 1-0. And he hits that one into center field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. They're waving the runner around third. He will score. It is a 2 RBI single for Joey Smithers, and the Pacers now have a 7-3 lead.
The third baseman, Dalton Weeks.
So Blake Bottomley scores, and Chandler Rogers scores on the single, and brings up Dalton Weeks with 1 out and runners on first and second. Weeks is 1 for 3 today, with a single, a run scored, and a run driven in, and the ball gets away, and both Smithers and Bonilla advance 1 bag. The 1-0 on its way. Sent foul over the Pacer dugout and is stuck in the baseball graveyard. Count is even at 1-1 to Dalton Weeks. And he fouls that one off. 1-2. And the 1-2. In the air, out into right field, near the warning track, where it will be caught by Atkinson. Runners tag, however, and it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Dalton Weeks, and the Pacers lead it 8-3 as Bonilla scores.
The first baseman, Brian Pereira.
That will bring up Brian Pereira. Pereira, 1 for 2 today with a 3-run home run. Back in the first inning, runner on third and 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. In the dirt, ball gets away, but not far enough away for Smithers to come home, so he'll stay right where he is. And it's 2-0 to Pereira. And that one is well hit out into right field. That one is going. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Brian Pereira, and the Pacers jump out now to a 10-3 lead. Well, Brian Pereira, have yourself a night. 2 home runs on the day. And that's good enough to tie him for the team lead.
The designated hitter, Connor Durden.
Well, that'll bring up Connor Durden. Durden 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Ball in the dirt for ball 1. Ripped into right field, where it is caught by Atkinson for the third and final out. But the Pacers add 5 more runs to their lead as they now lead it 10-3 going into the 5th inning. We are back, top of the 5th inning. Pacers up 10-3, and Brenton Doyle back in the batter's box as his at-bat was interrupted after Eric Sloper was picked off of first. Doyle 1 for 2 with a single, and he grounds the first pitch up the middle for a base hit to improve to 2 for 3 on the day.
The right fielder, Nick Atkinson.
That will bring up Nick Atkinson, 1 for 2 as well on the day with a single his first time up. Flew out his last time up. Runner on first with nobody out. Shepard trying to get something going here. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Check throw over to first. I'm going to call a time before can make a decision on it. Now we have a official check throw to first. Not in time, however. 0-1 count to Atkinson. And that one fouled off, 0-2. Another check throw at first, almost draws Pereira off the bag. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-2. Runner goes from first. Pitch is in there for a call, strike 3. The throw down to second is not in time. So now a runner on second with 1 out. Chalk it up as a stolen base for Doyle and a strikeout looking for Atkinson as we see Justin Smith come to the plate, swing and miss for strike 1. Smith 0 for 2 on the day. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. All in the dirt, 1-2 now. Pitch low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Smith. Ooh, just missed with that pitch, and it's a full count. Again, misses outside on the 3-2, and it'll be a walk to Smith. To runners on first and second with 1 out as Christian Hamill digs in. Doubled his last time up, good for 1 for 2 on the day. And he hits one well out into left field. That one's going back, and that one will be gone. It is a 3-run home run for Christian Hamill, and the Pacers' lead is cut down to 4 as it is 10-6.
the third baseman, Chase Hoffman.
He's up Chase Hoffman. 1 for 2 on the day. And he pops it up. Foul territory right side. And Pereira is there to make the catch for the second out.
Designated hitter, Daniel Helene.
He's up Daniel Helene, the DH. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs and nobody on. Here in the top of the 5th inning. This is outside with that one, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Just missed outside there, 2-1. Grounder. Weeks makes a diving stop, gets back on his feet, fires to first, draws Pereira off the bag, but he's unable to apply the tag. Just missed him by a fraction of an inch. Great athleticism from Brian Pereira. And we are going to see how they score this one. Possibly score it as a base hit, and it looks like that is going to be the official scoring. So a base hit for Helene. Oh, no, they are going to score an error. So an E5 in your scorebook as Reed Ensminger steps up with a runner on first and 2 outs. Foul tipped it into the glove of Bottomley for a strike. Hit into the air. Center field, Bonilla going back for it. Tracking it down and making the catch for the third and final out. But 3 more runs score on Christian Hamill's 3-run home run. And the Pacers lead it now 10-6 going into the bottom half of the inning. And a new pitcher on the mound for Shepherd. Adam Miller goes 4 innings, 10 runs scored, 9 hits with 1 strikeout. Noah Almond comes in for relief, and he will face off against Niall Goings here in the bottom of the 5th of a 10-6 ball game. Goings 0 for 2. Let's the first pitch go by, 4-1. Misses high there. 2-0. High and inside, 3 balls, no strikes to Niall Goings. Right down the middle for a call, a strike. Misses high there, ball 4, and Goings draws the walk.
The second baseman, Phil Watcher.
Brings up Philip Watcher. 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the 1st. Runner on first with nobody out here in the 5th. Joe's bunt pulls it back as it was high for ball 1. Finds the zone, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. High and inside. Watcher turns away from it, and it's 2-1. Two-one, runner goes from first. And Niall Goings is safe at second base as the pitch went behind. I wasn't sure if that hit Watcher or not, but he must have just gotten out of the way of it. So Niall Goings is safe on second. And it's a 3-1 count now to Philip Watcher after that pitch went all the way to the backstop. And that one is skied in the air, foul, and out of play. And the 3-2 pitch. Line into right field and foul. Count stays at 3-2 to Watcher. Now Goings on second base, still nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Line into center field, that'll be a base hit. Goings heads into third base where he will stop, and it's a single for Philip Watcher to put runners on the corners.
The catcher, Blake Bottomley.
Brings up Blake Bottomley. 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last time up and scored a run in the last inning. And a call of time before the first pitch can make its way there. First pitch to Bottomley, outside part of the plate for a strike. Ball in the dirt, runner goes from first, and there will be no throw as Goings was inching his way towards the plate from third. They'll give a stolen base to Watcher. So now runners on second and third. Nobody out. 1-1 count to Bottomley. Races threatening to score a few more runs to make up for the 3 they let up in the top half of this inning. Ripped foul down the third base side, and it's 1-2. And another call of time here, stretching out the at-bat. Misses with that pitch, evens the count up at 2-2. Hit high into the air in left field. That will be caught by Ensminger. Runner's tag, and Goings makes his way into home safely. And it will be a sac fly for Bottomley. Pacers now lead at 11-6.
The shortstop, Ken Strikers.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Chandler Rogers. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in his last plate appearance. Runner on second with 1 out. In there for a call strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Looks like he didn't really want to go for it, but he went around anyway. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Rogers chasing one way outside. And he goes down on strikes for the second out.
The center fielder, Jose Bonilla.
And we go back to the top of the order. Jose Bonilla, 1 for 2 with a double. A run scored, 2 runs scored actually, as he walked and scored back in the 4th inning, his last plate appearance. Runner still on second base now with 2 outs in an 11-6 ball game. First pitch misses high for ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 on its way. Finds the zone, 1-1. Here's a hopper to second base. Sloper has it, throws it to first just in time to get the 3rd and final out. Pacers get 1 more run, though, on the sac fly as they lead 11-6 going into the top of the 6th inning. And we are back. Christian Aragon's night is over after 5 innings pitched. And Jared McKellier comes in and deals a first pitch strike. Trenton Bergreen up. 1 for 2 today with a single, a run scored, an RBI, and a stolen base on the day, and he quickly finds himself down 0-2. All missing there, going all the way to the backstop, 1-2. Kelly has only made one appearance. And don't want to read the rest of the stat line. Kind of hard to read here. Ball in the dirt, 2-2. Walked 3 batters and allowed 2 runs in his last appearance. And picked up the... They didn't pick up the loss, actually. Still has a no decision as that one is fouled off. Count stays at 2-2. Foul tipped into the glove of Bottomley for the strikeout and the first out of the inning.
The second baseman, Eric Sloper.
Brings up Eric Sloper, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and 2 RBIs. Low and away for a ball, 1-0. And that one is sent into left field, and Joey Smithers comes over, makes a sliding catch for the second out. Nice little defensive moves there from Joey Smithers, brings us to the top of the order with 2 outs. And Brenton Doyle, who is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles of his own, a stolen base, and 1 run scored. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball is in the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. Rounder through the third base side for a base hit. Third base hit of the day for Doyle. And that will extend the inning a little bit longer as there's 1 on with 2 outs.
Nick Atkinson.
Atkinson up to bat now. 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out looking his last time up. And he sends one into left center field, and Smithers comes over and makes the catch for the third and final out. A harmless inning as one man is left stranded, and we go into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pacers still up 11-6. And we are back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers up 11-6. Joey Smithers to lead things off. 1 for 3 on the day with a single, a pair of RBIs, and a pair of runs scored. Curveball, very slow curveball, falls into the strike zone, 0-1. Bit low, evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sent foul, 1-2. One, 2 on its way. Ooh, just misses the zone there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 on its way. Hit into the air the other way. And caught just at the foul line by Atkinson for the first out.
The third baseman, Dalton Weeks.
Brings up Dalton Weeks, who's 1 for 2 on the day. 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a base hit. Had a sac fly his last time up, back in the 4th inning. Curveball brushes the corner of the plate for strike 1. Low and away for a ball, 1-1. Hit well out into right field near the warning track, and it's caught by Atkinson for the second out. 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning bring up Brian Pereira, who is 2 for 3 with a pair of home runs, 5 RBIs included with them. First pitch to Pereira is high and away for a ball. The 1-0 in there for a call strike to even the count. Slow pitch misses inside, 2-1. In there for a call strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Pereira. Low and inside, Pereira holds off, and it's a full count. And the payoff pitch. It's a one-hopper to first. Mishandled, and Pereira will make it in safely. We'll see what the final ruling is. They are going to rule that a base hit for Brian Pereira. 2-out single brings up Connor Durden. Durden 1 for 3 today with a single of his own. Low in the dirt. They're going to fire it down to first as Pereira started wandering towards second, but he makes it back in time to avoid any disaster. It's a 1-0 count to Durden, however. The 1-0. Grounded. Second. Sloper tosses it to first in time for the third out. Pacers leave one stranded as we go into the top of the 7th. Pacers still leading, however, 11-6. And we are back, top of the 7th inning, getting ready to start up. Justin Smith leads off against William Ard. Ard comes into the game for the relief effort as Malcollier managed to throw 1 inning of relief. And the 1-1 on its way. Misses outside for a ball. Low and inside, 3-1. Grounded, slowly to short. Go to first is in time for the first out.
The catcher, number 18, Christian Hamill.
It brings up Christian Hamill with 1 out and nobody on. Hamill 2 for 3 with a double and a 3-run home run to his credit. And now is a 1-0 count to William Ard. Ard managed 2/3 of an inning pitched so far in his 1 appearance. 1 walk and 1 strikeout on the season. And has an even count of 1-1 to Hamill. And that one is well hit out into left field. That one is definitely gone. A solo home run for Christian Hamill, his 2nd of the day, and it is now an 11-7 Pacer lead.
The third baseman, Chase Hoffman.
And that brings us to Chase Hoffman. Hoffman is 1 for 3 on the day. Hoffman lets the first pitch go by for strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Ooh, just missed with that one. And it's 1-2. Fouled off. Hoffman stays alive. In there for a call, strike 3. Hoffman down looking for the 2nd out.
The designated hitter, Daniel Helene.
And brings up Daniel Helene. 0 for 3. Reached on an error his last time up. First pitch misses for ball 1. the count now 2-0. Popped it up. Left side. And that one will be caught by Rogers for the third and final out. A solo shot from Christian Hamill. The only damage is the Pacers keep an 11-7 lead going into the bottom of the 7th inning and the 7th inning stretch. And we return to USC Aiken Baseball. Marcus Johnson here, thanking you for joining us. Niall Goings digs in for the bottom of the 7th inning to lead off. 0-for-2 with a walk and a run scored. And the first pitch, curveball, misses for ball 1. High and inside for a ball, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Goings getting ahead of himself on a pitch that was inside. 2-1. And he'll foul that one off to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The curveball just missing, and it's a full count. Inside, ball 4 to Goings, and that is his second walk of the night.
The second baseman, Phil Watcher.
Brings up Phil Watcher. 2 for 3 with a home run, a single, and a stolen base on the day. Niall Goings on first with nobody out. And before we get to him, we're going to have a visit to the pitcher's mound. I'd like to thank our final sponsor of the day, Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. Sponsors our 3 Things You Didn't Know segment. You can learn 3 different things about several of the athletes on campus, including Sarah Sams of the softball team, the most recent upload. Go ahead and check it out on PacerSports.com and our YouTube channel. And it looks like we are going to have a pitching change, so we're going to take a short break and be right back. And Logan Mans is the new man coming out of the Shepherd bullpen, and he will be facing off against Philip Watcher. Noah Allman managed 2+ innings pitched. First pitch misses outside for ball 1 after Watcher showed bunt. But Noah Allman went 2+ innings pitched. 1 run was scored. The runner on first, however, is his responsibility. 2 hits and a single strikeout on the day. Let's show a bunt pulled back, throw down to first. Goings makes it back in time. Count is 2-0 to Watcher. High and outside for ball, 3 balls, no strikes. Ball gets away, and Goings trots on down to second base on the pass ball. Actually, never mind. He doesn't have to bother trotting down to second base on the pass ball. He trots down to second base because of the walk to Watcher. So back-to-back walks. And Blake Bottomley comes up to the plate. 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch, scored a run, and had a sac fly his last time up. Show a bunt pulled back as the pitch is low and inside. 1-0. Pulls back the bunt, and it was low. 2-0. Two-0 misses high. 3 balls, no strikes. Upper inside corner for a call. Strike 3-1. High and inside for ball 4. Runners were going. Doesn't matter. They will make it in safely as Bottomley draws the walk. The bases are loaded for Chandler Rogers, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. That's going to draw another visit to the mound. It does not look like they're going to have a pitching change, but we're going to take a short break anyway. Give them a minute to talk things out. And the meeting on the mound concludes, and we are back. Chandler Rogers digging in with the bases loaded and nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. Pacers leading Shepherd 11-7. Pitch is high for ball 1. Another pitch missing high for a ball, 2-0. Low and inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Margin for error gone, as there is nowhere to put Rogers. Ball 4, Rogers walks, and that drives in a run. Pacers lead it now 12-7. That brings us to the top of the order. And another visit to the mound. This time it looks like we will have a pitching change. Jose Bonilla will be the batter, and we will see who the pitcher will be. Well, we are back. Logan Mans faces 3 batters and walks all 3 of them and lets a run score. That run, however, belongs to Alman. So as of right now, he has no runs against him. And Jose Bonilla is the batter. He will face off against Mitchell Johnson, making his first appearance of the day. Bases still loaded with nobody out. Infield playing in. They're playing for the run as the Pacers leads 12-7 with a 5-run lead. And Bonilla sends it the other way, and that's going to hook foul and out of play. 0-1 count to Bonilla. Bonilla, who is 1 for 3 today with a double and 2 runs scored. Looking to bolster his stats here with a nicely timed base hit. Curveball misses away to even the count at 1-1. Low and inside, 2-1. Bonilla chasing one out of the zone. Count even at 2-2. And Bonilla chases a curveball. Would have most likely been another ball, and Bonilla down on strikes for the first out.
Left fielder, Joey Smithers.
Brings up Joey Smithers. Smithers 1 for 4 with a single, pair of runs scored, and 2 RBIs. Infield now playing back as the conventional double play will get him out of this jam. Bases still loaded with 1 out. Curveball in the zone for a strike 1. They go 1. Right on the outer part of the plate, strike 2. Curveball misses inside, almost came back into the zone. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Grounded, just fouled on the third base side. And again the 1-2. Grounded to second. Try to tag there. No. Throw to first in time. However, a run scores. And the Pacers making it 13-7 as Sloper tried to apply the tag. However, Rogers was able to get around it in time. The run scores. And it is an RBI for Joey Smithers.
Third baseman, Dalton Weeks.
That brings up Dalton Weeks. Philip Watcher scored on the ground out, if you're keeping score at home. The runner's on a runner on second and third. Dalton Weeks to the plate now. Weeks is 1 for 3 today with a base hit, a couple runs driven in, and a run scored. And we're going to take a short break while they try to, while Shepherd's head coach tries to sort things out, trying to appeal the call. And we are back. Pacers up 13-7, bottom of the 7th inning. Dalton Weeks digs in, runners on second and third with 2 outs. Nice curveball there, finds the strike zone, 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Ball gets away, but the runners stay put. It's 0-2. And a call of time here, as there is a meeting between pitcher and catcher, Hamill and Johnson. And a call of time here by Weeks. He steps out of the box, still awaiting the 0-2 pitch. And it's a curveball, and he pops it up foul behind the plate, and that will end up in the stands. And again, the 0-2. High and outside for a ball, 1-2. Well hit, out into left field. On the track, it's at the wall. It is gone! A 3-run home run for Dalton Weeks, and the Pacers jump up to a 16-7 lead.
The first baseman, Brian Pereira.
And that brings up Brian Pereira, who has a pair of homers on the day himself. Good for 3 for 4. Those 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a single. That's his stat line for the day. Bases are clear with 2 outs. We'll see what he does now against Johnson. Pitch outside for a ball. And he skies that into right field. Not enough, though. And that one will be caught for the third and final out. But the Pacers add 5 more runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. They lead it 16-7 as we go into the top of the 8th inning. And we return to Pacer baseball here in the top of the 8th inning. Pacers up 16-7, and they have a new pitcher on the mound. Freshman Jacob Rye takes on the assignment as William R. managed 1 inning pitched, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout in his relief effort. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Ensminger. Ensminger is 1 for 3 on the day with a double and a run scored. And now his count is even at 1-1. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Fouled off, and we will do it over again. Fouled straight back. And again, it's one. The count stays at 1-2. Fouled off one more time. Popped it up. Right side of the infield. And unable to come up with the catch. New catcher behind the plate for the Pacers. Give me a moment as soon as I can read his number. It's either a 10 or an 18. Well, let's go to the roster and take a look, shall we? I was going to say that's bottomly, but that is not bottomly. Hit well into the air, into left field. Smithers is back, and he makes the catch on the warning track for the first out. Joey Smith is having a pretty good night defensively. Making a nice catch out there for the first out of the inning.
Shortstop number 9, Trenton Bergreen.
And brings up Trenton Bergreen, who was 1 for 3 with a single, run scored, RBI, and stolen base. Ball is in the dirt. 1-0. Hit in the air, foul territory right side, and that one's going to go out of play. Well, safe to say it's not 18. As I heard that Jamie Moreland is at home watching this game. Hope you feel better, Jamie, as you have a little bug that's going around. But the new catcher for the Pacers is Chris Schwarzer, taking over for Bottomley. And a swing and a miss, evens the count at 2-2 on Bergreen. Ball in the dirt, gets away. No harm, no foul, as nobody's on base, and it's a full count. Grounded foul once again, and that spoils the pitch, keeps the count full. Pitch is in there for a call, strike 3. And down looking goes Bergreen for the second out.
The second baseman, Eric Sloper.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Eric Sloper. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a pair of RBIs on the day. Nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 8th inning. First pitch missing for ball 1, 1-0. Well hit into left field, but that's going to hook foul and out of play. Count even at 1-1 to Sloper. And a swing and a miss. Makes it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Right on the outside corner, call strike 3. And that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Rye. As we go into the bottom of the 8th inning, Pacers still have a commanding 16-7 lead. And we are back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. LaVale Hodges, the pinch hitter for Connor Durden. Durden went 1 for 4 today with a base hit. And a 2-0 count to Hodges. And that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Another strike, 2-2. Grounder to short, off the chest of Bergreen, and that's going to let LaVale Hodges make it into first base safely. And they are going to score that an error.
The right fielder,
E6 in your scorebooks. Brings up Niall Goings, still looking for his first hit of the day, but he does have a pair of walks and a pair of runs scored. First pitch in there for strike 1 to Goings. Swing and a miss, chasing one outside, 0-2. And another swing and a miss. Goings down on 3 straight pitches for the first out.
the pinch hitter number 5, Kerry Holloway.
And Kerry Holloway, the pinch hitter now for Philip Watcher. And he check swing, fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Ooh, nice pitch there, just misses the zone. 1-1. Holloway coming into pinch hit for Philip Watcher, who had a good day, 2 for 3 with a home run, a single, a stolen base, and a walk and a couple runs scored. Count 1-2 to Holloway, however. This is way outside, 2-2. Ball in the dirt, gets away, but the runner stays put. And it's a full count to Holloway. Fouled off the other way, spoils the pitch, and we'll do it over. Swing and a miss, chasing one outside, and Holloway down on strikes for the second out.
The catcher, Chris Schwarzer.
Brings up Chris Schwarzer, who came in to catch for Blake Bottomley. Runner on first with 2 down for Schwarzer. And he pops up the first pitch out of play in foul territory. Ground ball up the middle. Grabbed and flipped to second in time for the third and final out. So that will do it. Pacers remain scoreless in the bottom of the 8th inning as we go into the top of the 9th. Pacers trying to close it out with a 16-7 lead. And we enter the top of the 9th inning. Pacers trying to close it out with a 16-7 lead. New man on the mound for USC Aiken, Jordan Brown. First pitch is inside for ball 1 to the leadoff man, Brenton Doyle. Doyle 3 for 4 with 3 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored. And the count now 2-0. Brown coming in relief for Jacob Rye, who went 1 inning, a flawless inning, no runs, no hits, and 2 strikeouts. Pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. Fouled off, out of play, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him going on one in the dirt. And down on strikes is Doyle for the first out.
Right fielder, Nick Atkinson.
Brings up Nick Atkinson. 1 for 4 with a single on the day. 1 out and nobody on. Good pitch, just missed the strike zone, however, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one, 1-1. Hit in the air, foul territory, out of play, and it's 1-2. Popped it up right by home plate, and that one will be caught by Schwarzer for the second out. 2 down, top of the 9th inning. And Pacers look to close it out quickly. Justin Smith comes up to bat, however. 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Ball is in the dirt, 1-0. Pitch finds the zone there, 1-1. Hit into center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. A 2-out single for Justin Smith. And Shepard's not done yet.
The catcher, Christian Hamill.
And that brings up Christian Hamill with 1 on and 2 down. Hamill, a pair of home runs on the day and a double, good for 3 for 4. 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Pitch is in the dirt, goes all the way to the backstop, and we'll let Smith head on down to second. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Just misses inside with that fastball. 3 balls, no strikes. Inside corner, call strike, 3-1. And that one ripped into left field, but Smithers is there to make the catch for the third and final out, and that will do it. The Pacers win the game 16-7. and take the opening game of the series by that score. It's a 3-game series. The next game will be tomorrow and quite possibly could be a doubleheader. It all depends on what the forecast looks like.
For the Rams, Brent Doyle had 3 hits and Christian Hamill had a pair of homers, a 3-run jack in the 5th and a solo shot in the 7th.
And we're just going to wait to see if possibly they say anything here at PA about possibly playing a doubleheader or not.
Philip Walker had a solo homer in the 1st, and Dalton Weeks had a 3-run homer in the 7th, and 4 RBIs on the night. The University of South Carolina, Aiken, and the Pacers, thank you for attending this evening's game. Remind you to please drive home safely so we can see you here again tomorrow evening. And good night from Roberto Hernandez Stadium.
Well, there is no official call just yet on if we are playing a doubleheader. There will be at least one game tomorrow, so be sure to come on out to the Burt to see that one. Go ahead and give you the stat line real quick, just the overall stat line. But Shepherd managed 7 runs on 12 hits, had 3 errors, and they were somewhat costly as they out-hit the Pacers. Pacers, however, outscored Shepherd with 16 runs, obviously, on 10 hits and only 1 error. And they will be back in action against Shepherd at 4 p.m. on the official schedule. And if we do not play a doubleheader, the next game will be Saturday at 2 p.m. And if we do play a doubleheader, well, it'll be right after the first game tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us and sticking around. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you, and have a good one.